Today, we're diving into something called Agentic AI. And trust me, this isn't just another buzzword. It's the tech that's about to completely change, well, pretty much everything. How we work, how businesses run, and even our day-to-day lives.
Okay, let's just get straight to it. For the past couple of years, we've all been playing with things like ChatGPT, right? You ask a question, it gives you an answer. Cool. But what we're talking about today is a whole different ballgame. Forget just answering your questions. Agentic AI is here to replace entire job functions.
And look, this isn't some sci-fi movie thing that's decades away. This is happening now. Check out this number from Gartner. It's a bit of a shocker. They're predicting that by 2028, AI is going to be making 15% of your daily work decisions without ever asking you for permission. That's what we mean by agency.
So, okay, how do we even wrap our heads around a shift this big? Well, I've got a really simple analogy that makes it all click. Let's think of the AI we're used to, like ChatGPT, as a really, really smart intern. And this new Agentic AI, that's not an intern, that's a senior teammate.
This is really the aha moment. Your brilliant intern, right? You have to give them constant instructions. Do this, then do that, then report back to me. It's totally reactive. But the proactive teammate, you don't give them a list of tasks, you give them a goal. You say, hey, we need to launch this product, and they figure out the plan, they execute the workflow all on their own. It's not just helping you anymore, it's an autonomous part of the team.
All right, so let's put a pin in it with a quick, formal definition. At its heart, Agentic AI is an autonomous system. The two phrases you really need to remember are act independently and minimal human intervention. That's the whole magic trick. The ability to see what's going on, think about it, make a plan, do the thing, and this is the big one. Learn from it for next time.
Okay, that sounds amazing, right? But how does it actually work? You know, how does a piece of software go from just spitting out text to actually doing things in the real world? Well, it all boils down to this really elegant four-step loop that gives these agents their superpowers.
So every single AI agent runs on this cycle. Let's say you tell it, book me a trip to Hawaii for next week. First, it perceives. It scans your calendar, it looks up flight prices, it checks hotel availability. Then it uses its big brain, the LLM, to reason. It creates a plan. Okay, first I'll book the flight, then the hotel that's near the beach, then the rental car. Third, it acts. It actually goes out, interacts with the airline's website, calls the APIs, and makes the bookings. And finally, it learns. Maybe that flight was way overpriced. It notes that, so next time it will look for a better deal. It's this constant loop that makes it smarter and smarter.
And this simple loop is what unlocks its superpowers. You've got autonomy. Think about Netflix. It doesn't ask you what to recommend, right? It just does it. Then there's reasoning. This isn't just matching patterns anymore. It's actually thinking through complex problems. Then you have tool use, which is huge. It can browse the web, write and run code, send emails, all by itself. And finally, learning. Every single thing it does feeds back into this data flywheel, making it better, faster, and smarter, relentlessly.
Okay, so this brings us to probably the single most important thing to understand: the massive difference between the generative AI we know and love and this new Agentic AI.
If you remember one thing from this, make it this. Generative AI creates, but Agentic AI does. You can ask ChatGPT to write you a beautiful, detailed travel plan for Italy. That's creating content. But an AI agent takes that plan and actually books the flights, reserves the hotels, and buys the museum tickets. It's not about the prompt anymore. It's about the mission. It's the difference between having a blueprint and having a fully built house. And you can really see how we got here, right? It's a natural evolution. We started with those simple scripted chatbots. Then came the assistants like Siri or Alexa that could handle basic tasks. Now we're in the era of the co-pilot, helping us write code or draft emails. The agent is just the next and honestly the most dramatic step in that ladder, taking over the entire workflow from beginning to end.
All right, but here's where it gets really interesting, because this isn't some lab experiment or a 5 years from now kind of thing. This revolution is happening as we speak, and the pace is it's almost unbelievable.
Get this, a study from McKinsey found that the length and complexity of tasks these AI agents can pull off is doubling every 7 months. Just let that sink in for a second. That's true exponential growth. It means that what sounds like science fiction today is going to be standard operating procedure in about a year.
And you don't have to look far to see some mind-blowing examples that are live right now. Companies are using agents to modernize their old tech, and they're cutting costs by over 40%. We've got AI software engineers, like Devin, that can literally take a task from GitHub and just complete it.
In customer service, we're seeing up to 80% of requests handled without a single human involved. And yet, AI travel agents are already booking entire complex vacations just based on a person's general likes and dislikes. This isn't coming, it's here.
And the business world is catching on fast. This Gartner data shows just how steep the adoption curve is. By 2026, that's just around the corner, 40% of enterprise apps will have agents inside. By 2028, it's a third of all enterprise software, and by 2029, that 80% number for customer service becomes the norm. Yeah, the train has definitely left the station.
So all of this, the insane speed, the rapid adoption, it all brings us to the one question that really matters. What does this mean for you, for your career, your company, and the skills you're going to need to have?
And especially for all you developers and tech folks out there, here's a big question to chew on. Is your AI copilot about to become your AI team leader? Seriously, will it go from helping you code to delegating tasks to you and other agents? I'd love to know what you think. Drop your prediction down in the comments.
Because the new reality is taking shape right now. For developers, your job is shifting away from just writing code to building, training, and supervising entire teams of AI agents. For businesses, this is about rethinking whole workflows, from sales to finance, to be run autonomously, with humans as the overseers. And for literally everyone else, skills in agent leadership, knowing how to manage and guide these AIs, are about to become one of the most valuable things you can put on a resume.
And that really leads to the final, crucial point. This isn't just about making things a little faster or a little cheaper. The real win, as McKinsey points out, isn't just automating old tasks. It's about completely re-architecting your organization to be agent-first from the very beginning.
Look, this is a massive, massive shift, and we are just at the very beginning. So if you want to move from theory to practice and actually get your hands dirty, you're going to want to subscribe. Because in our very next explainer, we're going to walk you through building your first AI agent in less than 30 minutes. We're going to be your guide through this whole agentic revolution. Thanks so much.